Flosstube. I thought we'd start before it actually gets dark because the sun is just setting. But I have the most beautiful view and I thought I'd share it with you. This is our property here, and you can see this is crazy because it's February and there's like no snow. This can be good and bad. Means that obviously that we don't have any snow, but there's so much mud, it's crazy. But yeah, so this is my beautiful view as it's setting. This is the east side, so sunrise is on this side in the morning, comes blazing through this window. But this time of day, I mean, like, the Midwest is so beautiful. Like, I can't stand it. I can't imagine living anywhere else. I don't want to live with you, McKenna. I don't like palm trees. I mean, I like palm trees if I'm visiting, but I couldn't look at them all the time. It would make me crazy. And I could not. She said it was 85 the other day. I can't even, like, that's too freaking hot. It's February. I mean, it needs to be like, I don't know. I would die if it were 85 right now because your blood does change. And it's pretty warm out today. Like, I could go out with a sweatshirt on and I think it's probably upper 30s. But that's really warm for us here in Minnesota. March is our snowiest month, just to give you kind of an idea. And yeah, so fun stuff. So I'm gonna move the camera around. Okay, seriously, third time I've done this video, I'm like, ugh. Okay, so my last video was kind of a convoluted mess, so I decided, now I'm just in a bad mood. So I decided to start over, and then I downloaded some editing software and I thought it was recording to that and it wasn't, and now I'm super annoyed. So anyways, yeah, so my hair is flat because I was wearing a hat that I showed, so whatever. I'm so over this right now. I'm going to go through this just super quick because it's got to stay under an hour this time. That's my problem. I'm so long-winded. I just can't shut up. Okay, so I made a list this time and gotta go through it. Okay, so whips. Whips. My first whip is ongoing. It's, sorry, I had to like I'm so cold. I went out, did chores, and tried to edit the first video and it was a disaster. Actually, it was okay, but I just had all this knitting stuff. I'm gonna start adding my knitting stuff in here in my videos too, and I put it in first, and I thought there's probably a ton of people who are not interested in my knitting, so I'm going to do it at the end out of respect for because this is Flosstube, right? Okay, let me grab. Oh, okay, so I realize I have a needle sticking in here that I was looking for. So I finished the first 3 blocks. I'm not going to take it out. They are here. I still just adore this project. I'm super in love with it. The borders got a little old. This took me, I mean, freaking days. This was probably like, okay. So yeah, so it got a little old. I just needed a break from it. And, I actually found a new podcaster. So I follow a bunch of knitting podcasts too, videos, and this chair feels like it's gonna give. So her name is Joyce, and I think she's done 3 videos now. It's Ruby Moss Cottage. I also follow her on Instagram. She's also Ruby Moss Cottage, RUBYMOSS Cottage, COTTAGE. And she's Ruby Moss Cottage on Facebook or on Instagram and YouTube. And she does mostly knitting, but she does do, sorry for the crunchy, but she also does do crafts and some embroidery. She does some sewing, quilting, and she's doing, which I'm also doing, it's a year of ornaments. And it's Molly from the Homespun House is another podcast I watch, and it's her stitch along. Oh, actually, it looks like some stitches got ripped out here. Or maybe I just didn't finish that. I don't know. But anyway, she showed these ornaments. So I've got 2 done. One for January, one for February. This was a kit, and I believe her name is, oh my goodness. Pauline Anderson. Where am I coming up with this name? I don't even know. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted pictures of the ornaments. Here's the back. I posted pictures of the ornaments, and I used hashtags of the pattern name and the designer. So it was originally on her blog back in like 2008, but she still has the kits available. You can buy the pattern for like $7. You can buy the whole kit for $30. And it's 3 ornaments. It's the cocoa mug and an ice skate and a gingerbread. So I did 2 of them. The ice skate is like so cute. Really adorable. Just minimal kind of embroidery in this one. Some satin stitches. Just took a little bit. She sends you all the floss and everything. I stuffed these with Angora wool, because I can. And she even sent this, I mean, this was like really nice, like single ply, really thick, nice wool. I'm sure that's wool for the pom-pom. Just cute. The little eyelets for the skate are actually embroidered. And then this is the other side. I mean, it's so cute. I don't think the DMC floss was the same color as DMC, but I don't know if it was actually DMC. It felt a little, ugh. But so I have those 2 done. I'm going to be doing, if you want to join the, it's not a knit along or a stitch along. But if you want to join, they don't have to be knitted, or there's no rules. It just has to be an ornament. So. And then you can just use the hashtag Year of Ornaments. It is. Okay. So that was some finishes and whips. I am doing with the lovely Tanya of Tanya's Sewing and Stitchy Room. I'm going to start including some stitching and all my projects in my Flosstube videos. I'm going to try and be conscientious of those of you that don't give a rip, and I'm going to put them after all my stitching updates. But just so you know, some of my favorite Flosstubers are ones that also do knitting and do all their other projects and add them in. And if Pam Reed can do it, I can too. So I just decided that that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to add these in, because a lot of times I'm not stitching as much, because I just recently started some bigger knitting projects. So this thing is really going to irritate me. Okay, so I am doing, this is Arsenic and Old Lace. And this is by the Little Stitcher on Etsy. I've had this in my stash for a while. And I saw Tanya doing it, and I said, hey girl, if you want to wait, I'll do it with you, but I can't do it till February. So this is kind of my February fandom, my Stitch Mania February fandom. And it is doubling as a Valentine piece, which may be kind of odd, but there's a story. So my husband and I celebrated our 19th wedding anniversary on Valentine's Day. And he, when we first got married, one night we were going to watch a movie, and he's like, let's watch an old black and white. And I'm like, whatever, you're crazy. I don't want to watch some black and white movie. And he talked me into it, and this was the movie, and I fell in love, one, with Cary Grant. I mean, who wouldn't? So I'm now a huge Cary Grant fan. I have a ton of his movies. This is one of my favorites. So this was my Valentine piece, because it just reminds me of my husband and I and when we first got married. And yeah, and it's a funny movie. I'm not going to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. So Mortimer, Cary Grant plays Mortimer, and it's he is the nephew of the 2 crazy ants here. And I love this because it really depicts the ants, as one was kind of shorter and kind of chubby, and the other was, I mean, it's like you look at these and it really reminds me of the movie, and it's so clever. So my fabric is beautiful. I wanted it to be a little bit more gray, but this was the closest they had. I bought this at Stitchville. It is Picture This Plus Shale, and I love it. So I am loving every bit of this, and I'm trying to like slow down because it's stitching up really fast, and I'm half done. Like all I have is kind of the basement. So this is what I'm going to work on tonight. I'm going to do this white border, and I don't think I'm going to do the stripes. I think I'm just going to do it black. all the way down. I don't know why you'd have stripes on your basement walls. I don't know. It's just odd to me. So I think I'm just going to do it black. But I love this. I love this so much. So I can't wait to get back to it. And, okay, I have a kind of a list here. I'm trying to, okay. And then stitchy stuff. So I had a beautiful rack that was sent to me. So this was someone I follow on Instagram, the Off-Road Knitter. I feel like this is falling again. Is it falling? Did it slip? I wasn't paying attention. She's the Off-Road Knitter, and it's the_off-road_knitter on Instagram. I followed her for a while, and she pulled this out. This was one of her older whips, and she pulled this out and finished it in December. And I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And I posted on it, and I had actually been kind of eyeing Quaker samplers because I really want to do one because they're just kind of right up my alley. The problem that I was having with a lot of them is I felt like they were really big, but there was a lot of negative space, which I didn't like. And I remember thinking hers didn't have that. And I remember going back and looking at it again later that day, and I was like, I love this. I have to do this. And I told her, I'm like, I'm adding this to my stash. And she messaged me like right after, and she's like, wow, how can I just send you my pattern? And to me, it's so awkward to me because I always feel like, I don't know, I don't want somebody to think I'm like fishing for it. And I don't know, I just don't, I'm not a good gift getter, which is one of the reasons why my husband and I don't buy anything for each other. So, and I always, I don't know, this was so kind. I'm like very touched that someone would be so generous. Like, I just think that's the sweetest thing. And so thank you so much, Beth. I love this. I'm so excited. I want to start it this year. And she's got notes on here, and it looked like I think she was like stitching this over the course of 8 years, which is crazy. But she sent me her working copy, and see this is just the back of it, but she highlighted, and I think that this is what she finished like in December. I mean, it was such a huge chunk, and I remember thinking she finished it so fast. But there's really, there is still a lot of negative space. So and the motifs, you know, I mean, you could easily do one a night, like no problem. They're so pretty. I think just my favorite thing is this little reindeer here. I just love it. There's so many things in this I love. And I love that it's not completely monochromatic. There's little pops of color, like some of the wordings. It only takes 3 colors. It's not Crescent Colors, Classic Colorworks. The pattern's from 2007. It's a Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. This is like so beautiful. So Classic Colorworks Balsam Fur, 20 skeins. I think I'm just going to order a hank of Dinky Dyes. And then Cupid and Ye Old Gold. So I'm assuming those are same colors, but I'm going to look and see what Dinky Dyes has, and I think I might treat myself. So thank you, Beth. I love this, and I just think you're the sweetest person ever. You totally made my day. I almost cried when I opened it because I had kind of forgotten about it, and I got it in the mail. And I'm like, what is this? I don't remember ordering anything, and I opened it up, and oh, I love it. It was the sweetest thing ever. You totally made my day. Thank you. So I'm looking for the perfect fabric for this. I'm so excited. So really super, super looking forward to that. And, okay, and sorry, I'm like fiber in from all the wool and, okay. Like Angora fiber is very fine, and I have it all over my jacket. I was picking like wool bobbles, because this is what I groomed him in. Then it goes into the laundry. It just felts down my clothes. Okay, and so ornaments. I feel like there was more. Okay, anyways, that should be it. Okay, the one thing I did do is I met up with Mama Joan. Her and I met up at Stitchville on Super Bowl Sunday, which was crazy. Don't ever drag me there again on Super Bowl Sunday, Joan. It was so crazy. It was so busy. But I met her and loved her, and I think we could, like, she's like one of those people I could just sit and chat with forever. It was so weird for me when she messaged me on Instagram. She's like, can we get together? I'm like, no. Like, I have no idea who you are. That was before she was doing Flosstube videos, and honestly, Anyway, so we went, it was Super Bowl Sunday. It was crazy busy because that's their yearly 20% off sale. And let me tell you, if you haven't been, don't go because it's not worth the 20%. We stood in line for an hour and a half. It was crazy. It was fine because it was good company and great conversation, but oh, that was a long time. We didn't get lunch because I had my daughter with me because there's kind of a higher end. It's, what's it called? Pandora's Box? Can't remember. It's a consignment store though that she likes to frequent. She'll go to Stitchy store with me because she knows she can go there. And then we were going to go to Panera for lunch afterwards.
Tonight. By the way, it's called Plato's Closet.
Oh, Plato's Closet. Thank you. What did I say it was?
Like Pandora's Box.
I got Mr. No.
Flosstube.
Go to bed.
Plato's Closet is where I got my cheap J's. Slim Thugger.
Okay, go to bed. Teenagers are so annoying. By the way, you better get the Swiffer and clean that bathroom. And get all your clothes up off the floor.
Okay.
Do you want to stay after school tomorrow?
Can I?
No. But on Friday, if you want to, you better get that done. Like now.
You want to stay after school tomorrow? Can I? No.
Okay, so anyways, so Joan and I got together, had a great time, and she was so sweet. She brought me sticky gifts. I love this so much. Totally unexpected, super sweet. She brought me one of her phenomenal project bags. Is that the Bomb Diggity or what? So I don't really use project bags. I actually, I use these vellum folders because I like to be able to see what's in here. And I love hers because you can see what's in there. Isn't that awesome? And can you believe this fabric? I'm dying. I died. So actually I saw this fabric. I was going to make a purse. And I saw this fabric and I was eyeing it on fabric.com. And I ended up not ordering it. I ended up going with a Tula Pink instead for spring. But I was going to do this, how cute is that? And then they have another one that was like chicken wire, and I was going to do the wallet out of that. It's so cute. I mean, if I had ordered this as a custom order, I couldn't have picked out a better fabric. I mean, this is so, and I did see them on, she's got a Facebook page, and they are available on there. And here's what I'm going to do. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay! And so I am going to do a giveaway. I have not told her this. I'm sure it'll be fine. Sorry. But I haven't told her, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm going to let you choose the bag of your choice off of her Facebook group. She's also on Instagram, so you can, I know her bags are posted on her Facebook page, so if you can look on there, you can pick out whatever bag you want, and I will pay for it, have her mail it to you. The one thing you need to do is give me suggestions for themes for goat names, because this is the hardest time of year. My puppy's making funny noises. Okay, so down below, and I'll tell you some themes that I've had in the past. Real Housewives of Melbourne. So I had Chica, Gina, Pettifleur, and Gamble. And Prince theme songs. Darling Nikki, Pop Life, Paisley Park. I have a Kardashian line, which is Chloe, Kimberly, Kiki, Coco, and then I have Gem line, which is Ceylon, Sapphire, Ruby, Amber, and Gem. So it's got to be something kind of outside of that. So themes. So if you can help me out there, that'd be great. Suggest something. No plain old, like all names that start with J or anything like that. I can't do that. And then you can win yourself one of these fabulous bags. I'm going to pick a name on March 5th, or I'm going to close the drawing March 5th. So you comment until then. Anything after that will not be included in the drawing. And then my next video, I will announce the winner. So, and thank you so much for all of you that subscribe. It means so much to me that you comment, and I've been trying to be really good about making sure that I respond to every comment too. So the other phenomenal thing that she gave me, so on her last video, she showed, oops, there went all my stuff. She showed her bag that she made for a light cover, and it was this, and it's got this awesome closure. It's like for like measuring, you know, that measuring tape. It's got a closure like that, so it automatically closes. I love this so much. With, yeah, the same beautiful fabric, really well made. And I actually am using this as a project bag for my yarn. And there's a pair of socks in there. This is going to be socks for my daughter. She picked out those colors. Beautiful. I actually started on one sock. This is a fingering weight yarn, and this is how much I did. I'm a cuff down kind of girl. So I started at the cuff, I went all the way down, got the heel flap done, and then realized that they were too tight and weren't gonna fit her. So I had to start over. Okay, and then she also included this little one. It's the same enclosure. I love this, just like a little notions bag, and it's got all my floss for arsenic and old lace. Isn't that cute? I super love that. So I love that so much. It was so awesome. So thank you, Joan. You are so awesome. Hope it's okay. I will try and message you before I post my video. All right. Okay. And then, so the rest of this is going to be knitting. If you're not interested, please check out now. But thank you for joining me up until then. Okay. So I'm trying to go really fast because it's going to cut off on me. So my first finish is, and I haven't done a lot of knitting in a long time, but this is the Babble hat. Let me see. All right. Hoping it's not making you dizzy. Isn't this, like, is that pom-pom on point? Look at that. That is the greatest pom-pom known to man. I love this hat so much. It's super cozy, and this is washed and blocked. And I wash everything with my own soap because it's really gentle. And I'm actually I'm going to order some lanolin and make some specifically for washing wool. And yeah, I mean, the colors are beautiful. So here it is, different color variations. There's actually another one there. I liked the green, and this was like perfect grass color. I mean, is that spot on grass color or what? And then perfect sky blue. So I loved this so much. The yarn I used, so I got this at Stephen B's in Minneapolis. Stephen B is, I know he's got a podcast, and he's kind of this eclectic guy, and he actually used to have a yarn shop called the Yarn Garage in Rosemount, and that's where I first met him. But they're the only place in Minnesota that carries hedgehog fibers, and I'm obsessed. I love hedgehog fibers. They're crazy expensive, but I love it. So anyway, so this is Blue Sky Fibers, Peruvian wool. It just says it's 100% Highland fleece. And this is not a superwash, so it will felt, but I wanted that for a hat. I don't really wear hats, so this is my chore hat, pretty much. I have a second one on the needles here that I'm doing for a friend who breeds and raises sheep. And these needles, my needles, which I really like these. These are Hiya Sharps. Like those a lot. My stitch marker is freaking adorable. It's from the Gnome Knitter. She's got an Etsy shop. I have a set of these, and I have no idea where the other 4 went. But it's like a candy heart. I actually like licked it. It was so realistic. And it says slip slip knit on it. And you can get the different what are these called? Not finishes or, the little fastener things. So this one was the large stitch marker, and then I got a small stitch marker for doing socks, and then I got a lobster claw too, and then I think I got another large, but it wasn't a set of 4, but I don't think, but I ordered 4, and I cannot find them anywhere. I'm like dying right now because so sad. But hopefully they'll turn up somewhere. Okay, so the next knitting project that I have started, so those socks are going to get casted on again very soon for my daughter. And then I have this hat. I have a second one of these going. And see, I can do like a million knitting projects because I don't know why, but I can't do that with my cross stitch. Like I need to focus on my cross stitch. But okay, and then the next, if you are a knitter and you follow any of the knitting podcasts, you are sure to have heard of the Find Your Fade shawl. And there's a knit along. This is a pattern by Andrea Mowry. Beautiful. So the whole premise of the pattern is that you start with kind of your anchor colors, and there's a gradation, and that they just kind of blend from one to the next. And initially I went to Stephen B's and I let a girl there kind of railroad me. I should have spoken up, but I wasn't really sure, and I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and she was a little bit on the pushy side. But originally, and I did post the picture on Instagram because I was pretty excited at the time. I got it and I was like, this is going to be my fade. And then I got these home and I was like, ugh. Okay, first of all, like, I think this is pretty for like a pair of socks, and I do like the aqua blue in it. But this is not me. Like, this is me. Like, I'm very more tonal and kind of muted colors, and I don't like it kind of, this is to me is really wild. I know some of you are thinking, no, it's not, but it is for me. So and I just don't think, just because these both have splashes, you know, the blocks of the purple, I don't think that they're gonna, I want mine to fade, you know, into one another, and I don't think that's gonna do it. So I am keeping these for socks because I think they're beautiful, but so I started over and I wanted to love, if I'm going to use, first of all, these yarns are like $30 a skein, and there's 7 of them that goes into this shawl. So I better love each and every one of them, and I want to love them individually. Like they have to be standalone pretty and something I would wear on their own. That's a rule that I just made for myself. So by the way, this I got at the little consignment store that I cannot remember the name of now. Plato's Closet. Okay, and this is a Vera Bradley, and this is what I use for my knitting project bags. I love project bags. I keep saying I'm gonna make myself some, and I just don't. And I do love them for my knitting because I remember I remember the pattern on the bag and I know what's in them. The Vera Bradley lunch bags make really good sock bags, and these are awesome because they're super roomy. I can fit all 7 skeins if I wanted to in there. And when this gets bigger and I've got more done, I'll be able to fit it all in there. And then it's got pockets and stuff for stitch markers. And plus, when I go somewhere, I literally pick, because I have a bunch of Vera Bradley bags and they all have different projects in it. And some of them have cross stitch projects. In fact, I've got my regular purse is a little bit bigger than this and has a cross stitch project in it. I just grab my wallet, throw it in there with my cell phone, and off I go. And then I can just decide like what I want to do. Oh, and can I tell you that at Plato's Closet, I paid $8 for this one. The most I've spent is $16, and they're like brand spanking new. So they're there on we're not consignment really, but it's like, you know, it's like a secondhand, like a kind of like a thrift store. It is not a thrift store, but same premise, you know, people bring their things and sell them to the store, and then the store resells them. So, and at one time they had like a bazillion of these Vera Bradley bags. So my daughter actually loves Vera Bradley too. So yeah, they're perfect for knitting bags, and they're like less than half the price. Not that I don't love a good, you know, project bag. I just can't afford them. I can't afford that in yarn. I mean, I could have the project bags, but they wouldn't be full of yarn. I'd rather spend my money on the yarn, I guess. So, okay, so in it is, so here's the first skein, which is deliciously lovely. So this is a hedgehog fiber, which I absolutely love, and it's got it's really variegated, and it goes from like this avocado green to a really deep pine tree green. And so I have, seriously, no joke, started this and restarted it 20 times. Like this, I have been frogging this all week to get it just right. I discovered my problem was in the pattern on section 1. There is the odd rows are the wrong side. And when you switch to section 2, the odd rows become the right side. And I just could not get my brain around that. I tried finishing section 1 and then coming back to it the next day, and it just didn't work. So it was, yeah, driving me crazy. And I frogged it probably 15 times before I finally got it right, and then just made a few mistakes. I'm a perfectionist and would have to start over. And so this is my little thong. Ooh, this is making me crazy. 3rd time I've done this video. Okay, so then the last time I actually got through section 2, which is about, you know, from here to here, this much stitching, and it was probably about this wide. And I frogged it all because I just decided that I was stitching it too loose. I am typically a tight knitter, and these are number 4, and I believe these are, oh, these are Chow Goos. So, and these are, I believe, number 4s. I like these too. I prefer the Hayas, but these are pretty sharp. They work. So I frogged it and then started it over with tighter knit, and I'm really liking that. Okay, so then the next section, it's going to grade into this, which is stunning. This is not a hedgehog. This is Lorna's laces, but it's also hand dyed. It's lovely. Superwash merino. Oh, this, I should have looked at this. Oh, this is only 55% merino. Okay, well, it's still natural fibers for the most part, other than the nylon, but oh, Dookie's having a dream. He's like running. Okay, so it's going to go from there into this beautiful hedgehog, and it's got like splashes of green. And then that will grade into this beautiful pistachio, which is also a hedgehog. And then that will go into this beautiful kind of seafoam green. And then after this, I still need to get 2 more, but it was, this is not a budget-friendly project at $30 a skein. So then after this, I want something with some of the aqua blue and some gray in it, and then I'm going to go to like a gray black. So that is that. So I'm looking forward. That's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this video, this never-ending freaking video, which is cut out on me again. I just hope I can get it uploaded. This is, ugh. I had it all down on my last phone, and then I went and switched phones. And I thought about just recording on that, and I really should have, because now I'm over it. So anyways, so I think I got my everything that I wanted to get in. I got the giveaway stuff. So please comment. Thank you. I've been trying to be really good about responding to comments. I think I've hit everybody, except there may have been 1 or 2 in the last day or so, but I so appreciate, I can't even believe this. I'm so like happy to be part of this community. I feel like I found some really good friends. So Abby, I just want to say I miss you, girl. I know you're still out there, but I just want you to know I'm thinking of you and wishing you the best. And Danielle, you are one tough bitch. Like, I commend you for being, you're incredibly brave. You're like one of the bravest souls I know. And such a great attitude. I mean, you're incredibly inspiring. I just want you to know that. Praying for you, wishing you the best. I know that you're going to come through the other side, and you're going to be just fine. But, you know, my thoughts are with you. I know you're not feeling well, and just want you to know I'm thinking about you. And so anyway, so thank you so much. Tanya, thank you for stitching with me. I'm looking forward to seeing your progress. And I don't know when I'm going to record again, because kidding season is going to be happening like within less than 2 weeks. So thanks for watching. Marlene, I'm sorry that it took so long. I love her so much. She's so sweet, and always leaves me such great comments, and you're very sweet, and I love your videos as much as you love mine. So thanks for commenting, and thanks for your sweet comment yesterday. So have a good night.